it's Evan Jackson from Young, Bold, and Regal. What I loved about both of your characters was the tug and pull of being parents and raising your children as they grow into adulthood. A question for both of you. What's your perspective on that? Like when you read the script and how you translate it as an actor on screen?
Go ahead, Len.
I just want to make sure I understand your question. You're saying, sorry.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I wanted to say, how did you translate that as an actor when it comes to the script, when playing a parent who's struggling with raising your children as far as they grow into adulthood, referring to the two characters?
I would say one, that adds contrast to what you're able to do. So, it adds contrast in being able to tell the truth of the character and creates dynamics in the work that are helpful. So it's more interesting actually to be able to, play both sides of something than just playing one side of something. It's challenging to see your children make a different turn that you didn't really expect or that you didn't feel like you necessarily created for them. But they are, everybody's dealing with their given circumstances, and we're doing the best that we can to navigate.
For me, it was just it was a lovely opportunity to put the black family, black love, black parents on display. Mm-hmm. And because again, these are people that I was raised by. This is energy that influenced me. Mm-hmm. And so, all I'm able to do is tap into my childhood, tap into my past, and bring about that era of honesty and that sense of integrity and purpose, but also pain and frustration that a Black father had at that time, from what I remember, and then also having had conversations with my father and older men who are now in their late 60s and early 70s now, and get a chance to hear what they were dealing with at the time, and and what their struggles were, and trying to put food on the table and trying to keep the lights on. And so you internalize that energy, you internalize that truth, and you sit with it and you let it wash over you. And then you use that script and you use that material as a roadmap to get to the truth. You know what I mean? And so, I think we've had a wonderful opportunity to do that. Randy and what he wrote for the parents, there's just a lot of lovely qualities that Michole and I were able to, I really believe, to just tap into and bring to life.
Mm-hmm. And then I also wanted to ask, how great was it to work with this cast from those starting out in their career, like Demetrius to his dog, to each other? How fun was that?
I'll start off with working with each other was amazing, because Russell and I go way back. We originated the production of August Wilson's Jitney off Broadway together. So we really grew up together in a way. So coming back together here was almost like these two characters that we played in Jitney grew up and were able to come and take care of and usher these other kids into the same place that we were in when we first started out. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it's an honor to be on the other side now. As Michole said, that, when we met, we were young actors, you know what I mean, coming up, and there were elder people who were giving us game and giving us knowledge and giving us wisdom and passing that down. And then you go through a time and you realize, I'll speak to myself, I was selfish. I was me when I was young. And I remember that being in my 20s, like, yo, look at me. Yeah. And then now you realize that it's not your time. It's not your time anymore. And so now it's really about instilling those same values in this younger generation, in these younger actors and actresses and students, you know, of the game, and try to work with them in one sense, but also impart this knowledge and this wisdom, you know, pour as much as you can into them and hope that they take whatever they need and then they put it in their little toolkit and hopefully they got something going on the way and they'll meet other elders that'll pour some in there too for them.
Yeah, and I love that the show is about essentially family, what you do for family, what family is, how you define your family, what you will and won't do for your family. That's the message I got from it. But what do you think is the overall message that the audience might get from it, or you want to get from it?
I that people walk away feeling moved and inspired by this authentic and true story. And I hope that people can recognize what's happening in communities like this and the need for support.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, again, just echoing what you said, Evan, that family is everything, and you know, family can help create an opportunity for you. Family can help you get out of a jam you may be in. But what's paramount is family and the love that they have for each other, and but also, you know, some of the choices that are limiting that we had at that time, and what we're able to do with that, for good and for bad, you know, and we're as family, as people, we're in constant conflict. We're in a moral sort of turmoil, and how do we get ourselves out of that? How do we alleviate that stress and that pressure in a positive way and in a negative way? Because you know, again, so these are just really conflicts that this is the story of the human spirit, you know, again.
And also, I just want to add that just because of your given circumstances, and this is the setup that you have, it doesn't mean that you did not come from a good family.
Yes.
Most definitely. Thank you all. You guys are both great actors. Love your careers and can't wait for season 2 of BMF.
Who you telling?
Thank you.
Thanks.